Okay, recording is going. That's not a terrible look. There we go. And no, not Sentinel. Passage. Power attack. We'll randomize. Hello. Thanks for the follow. This is my third run for the day. And it's a Korthos Island fresh start, which basically means start at level 1. Timer is going to start from whenever I take the first movement in the Korthos village. And it ends once I complete the quest that you see on the timers. Basically everything you need in order to access Misery's Peak. And then Misery's Peak itself.
Memories of a large white dragon.
So right now I can move around, do whatever I want.
Come flooding back.
Once I take this, I'm on Korthos Island.
Stepping out of the grotto.
And as soon as I take an action, I will go ahead and start the timer.
The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning.
Okay.
However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Okay. That's some time lost. I mean, save for next run.
Ahead is the cellar where the Kaneth crystal is hidden.
Okay. Throw the axe on.
You can feel the life-saving heat
Start putting the
emanating
armor on.
from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it.
Okay, we can go ahead and take that off. Turn that on. Okay. Next guy should be over here, I believe. Okay, and then this is probably the most variable of the areas. Just because sometimes you'll get them to spawn pretty fast, and sometimes you'll kill them pretty fast, and other times you'll roll minimum damage over and over again. This is the only one where it's straight up just mindlessly slaughter as the entire thing. All the other ones, the majority of their time comes from getting places. Okay, 6 left. Okay, next one should be... There he is. Now you run back in because it should be this guy? Yep. And last guy's always out here right about here-ish. Right there.
You have slain the last cultist.
There we go.
Thus protecting the Kaneth crystal and
20
saving
seconds saved.
Korthos.
Make sure to turn it in. Grab Spearbane. And book it over to here. This one is
Dust and
very
mold
fast.
Fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby. This appears to be the main store.
Although it can be a bit variable
A
because
large silver key falls out
wait.
of the crate.
there's the key.
Sahagin emerges from a hidden passage, demanding.
All we
the
got to
key.
do now
You
is
mustn't let the
get this
scrolls
puzzle
fall
fixed
into
up.
devourer hands. The door swings open, revealing it appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated. The protective spell dissipates. All that
Okay.
remains now is to take and deliver the scroll.
Okay, we're saving time. Moving up. Ah. Oh. Thank you. Grab it. Yes. Little prompts. Oh, the thing that actually slowed me down. Off we go.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and strange.
Ah, dang it. that
Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken. You notice something strange about the wall to the west.
Okay, there we go. Turned on
If you
power
search
attack.
the wall, you may discover more. A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual. A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You
Okay, yep.
continue
I
to
wanna
hear
make sure I got the
cultists
crest.
about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
The reason I'm killing all these people is that they're probably going to have to be killed at the end anyway. And if I get hit like that,
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health. Another treasure
it goes ahead and
chest.
slows me down.
Perhaps the cultists brought it here, but it's yours. There's another Sahuagin.
So there's going to be at least a little room to improve on this one, but so far I think I'm doing
Another crest
pretty
drops
damn
out as
fast.
you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Okay, still got plenty of health. Haven't actually taken single damage. Okay. Don't know what he was magic missiling over there. Okay. Hopefully that archer
In the middle of this
will
chamber
chase us into
is
here and I
an
can hit him on the
evil
way out.
devourer altar. When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold
Did he
magic.
follow? He did. Ah. Yeah, there'll be room to improve over here, but I think this will be still PBing.
A magical barrier blocks. You fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The last devourer altar shatters.
Got that guy. Got that one.
Your bold action
go,
saved
finish.
Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
But yeah, basically all of the loot. Oh, hey, we actually did save a little bit of time there. Come on, come on. And that,
Hero.
off we go.
It is on the people's lips as you walk by. Cautious looks have become friendly nods. Then word
The
comes that
Wavecrest
your
Tavern.
presence is requested in the tavern.
Off we go. Come on, come on. That
Your
dastardly
waiting
Drexel
bears
hand.
fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from
If I had
the
chosen the
dark.
bottom option, I could have saved a little bit of time there. But yeah, the chest back behind me is, or the chest that will be back behind me and isn't yet, will be the one chance at random loot that we get. There you are. That chest will be there.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering
And
outside
as
for a
expected,
final assault.
nothing useful. Basically, the only useful things would be
You notice a
medium
small
armor
chest
or
hidden
a
behind
great
the
axe.
bar.
Rings could be useful, but that's very variable as... I'm not even sure if rings can actually come out of that. Yeah, I want to start with killing the 1 or 2 guys who come out of here. That way I can work my way back towards the door. Yeah, 3 guys. Still figuring out the exact path I'm gonna...
You have
I
weathered
need
the
to take.
Sahagin storm. Now, after that traitorous
Still going to be plenty of room to
Drexelhand,
improve. This is
he must
definitely
have
not
fled.
going to be...
Drexelhand isn't here. The chamber beyond
Record.
the secret passage looks ancient.
Record
predating
doesn't do
Korthos village.
splits or even show a timer, unfortunately, so I can't tell what exactly they're doing on it. For the, like, where I'm losing time in comparison without manually timing it out. As I mentioned last time, killing the Devour minions here while slowly inching back saves me a little bit of time. Basically, anyone I can kill while running is just straight up time save.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
Probably should have raged a little bit sooner. Okay, turn this corner, finish, yes. I know, that's not gonna happen. If I had backed up a little bit sooner and lured those Sahagin back, I wouldn't have had to kill Kiv. But, still not losing too much of my saved time. I actually didn't lose hardly any. Drexelhand's dead. Great axe.
Your victories have made the village much safer, but only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin, out in the wilds of Korthos Island.
Looking for some assistance. Give me the barbarian. Bye. Barbarian should help me clear the Misery's Peak dungeon a little bit faster. Okay. Not gonna mess around like I did first time. I know exactly where to go. I have a route. I know I can save at least 30 seconds on Misery's Peak if I don't need to rest 3 times there. Which I shouldn't. Anyway, the Candace Manufactory is just up this to the right.
A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned cannon
Okay.
manufactory.
I think I can definitely speed this area up.
You enter one of the laboratories.
There's plenty of time
where
I can save in
decades
basically
ago,
every
The
section.
doorway ahead has been boarded up. Oddly,
But
the
I
work
have a
looks
feeling
very recent.
I can definitely make some improvements on Misery's Peak. Still not entirely sure how I... Seems odd that I was able to get through there without issue last time and this time. Maybe it's just the timing I have
A
going through
magical
there.
barrier, humming with compressed energy,
Because
resolutely
I think those
coaxes
traps always start in the same position, so if I take the same amount of time each time...
Disable it somewhere.
Like, I saw that I saved against one of them, but I don't think that necessarily... The reason I'm over here is so that I can get most of the defenders out of the way. That grease is obnoxious because it slows.
Some alchemical compound coat these humming cakes. Upon turning
The dogs don't come in
you
here,
hear a
the
definite
defenders.
alteration in the pitch of the hiss as the gas struggles to flow around your obstruction. Without the alchemical jets coating the cage, as the last crystal shatters, the hum of
All the
power
dogs are rendered
slowly
inert.
fades into a heavy silence.
Off I sprint. And actually that's a little bit of time loss, but no, time saver next time.
Who in the flame
Yes, hi,
are you?
hello.
Oh no, the Sawagan found me.
Suddenly the air shimmers.
Switch
with
axes,
devourer magic.
because now I have to actually
The
kill
Sahagan
Swagan.
have followed you in and are attacking.
And 1 fire damage is less than 1d6 though.
They would have sent so
Damage from
few
Bane.
after me. Stay alert.
You'll probably save a little bit of time just by remembering that I have, you know, action points that will let me squeeze more damage out of power attack.
The Sawagan are still blocking our escape. Watch for more attacks.
Come on. They give you all this time so you can heal with yourself and Hayton, but you don't really need it even on the hardest difficulty. Like if you're doing it at level 1 on Elite, then you
Scum,
might.
keep coming. I won't die that easily.
Gotta say, wasn't really paying attention to the hairstyle. Not a fan. Looks too much like a coif.
How do you say what I have to deal with? Once the Sawagan get your scent, they won't stop until you're dead.
Yeah, I think I definitely could have saved a little bit of time by just remembering to use those enhancements. It's just
hold for a little longer.
gotta keep the maneuvering through the town, because you can only do it in the town. Okay, there we go.
The Sawagan magic is gone. We beat,
We beat them off.
this time.
Hayton looks weary after surviving this latest attack.
Go now.
Perhaps
Tell
you
Ursa
should
to hold
talk
the
to him
barricade
again.
just a little longer. Then meet Amalgam at the base of Misery's Peak when you're ready.
With Hayton finally persuaded to help,
Okay.
the people of Korthos might finally win their struggle.
So, the reason that I picked up Byron earlier is because Misery's Peak is going to be.
A mangled
that's a
sewer
good
grate
PV.
leads to an old abandoned Cannith manufacturer.
The reason I picked up Byron earlier was so that I could, well, so that I could have a little bit of assistance and not be taking all of the hits in Misery's Peak.
Your finding Hayton transformed the village.
Okay.
It seems as if all of Korthos were holding out for news of your next great victory with bated breath.
Off we trot to Misery's Peak. Gotta remember to hit Amalgam so we actually get the quest so we can go in. But we are well ahead of where we were last time, with time save in just about every area. Should be able to switch axes back. Because there's not very many Sahuagin in the Misery's Peak. It's almost all just cultist. So we wouldn't be getting any bonus damage from the Bane. Whereas with the aid of the Ember, we'll be doing extra 1 damage and That's not a lot, but it adds up, and it can be the difference between 1 attack and 2 attacks.
You come across a makeshift
Take
camp.
the XP because I can.
A scraggly dwarf sits on a log, trying in vain to keep warm.
And up to Misery's Peak. I'm gonna need my mouse right about here, I think. A little bit lower.
A bone-chilling breeze emanates
Yeah,
from the
right
mouth
there.
of Misery's Peak.
Okay. Activate. Barbarian ally. Expeditious retreat on myself.
You're here. Come, there isn't much time. Selimus, ready your party.
That's a
I'll
little bit
be
of a
preparing for you.
time loss, about 3 seconds there. Sorry about the background noise, can't do anything about
Now to clear your path.
the neighbor's dogs.
Peyton clears the passage. Victims of the Devourer cult arise from the icy ground, bound to slay the living and add to their grim number.
But yeah, as you can see, just having him with me makes it to where killing them is much faster.
Several humanoid figures surround a glowing coast. Their putrid forms are frozen in contorted poses, their faces set in silent, eternal screams.
And he can deal with these ghouls. While I focus on getting up to where I need to be. Okay, pop that, and off we trot. Let's go ahead and... No, we don't need to summon him quite yet. We'll go ahead and pull him up here now. You should be... You're a zombie, you're a zombie. Through here. Come on, friend, you gotta kill some. Okay, so we're going to so yeah, the other reason that we want the fire is specifically for the ice spiders. Okay. Let me go to my position real quick. Be right there. All we have to do is pull that lever and then immediately start falling again.
With the second signal crystal activated, you hear the stone door at the base of the cavern rolling open.
Okay, it should be right there, yep. Bit of a painful fall. Could have probably gone a little bit faster through there to avoid all that damage. Byron can go ahead and deal with that ghoul, I believe it was. Might have been a white. Still disagree with the 1 damage from the fall there. These guys are gonna have to be dealt with so that I can hit the lever. Byron's not killing as much as I expected him to, honestly. Still useful, but mainly because he can just pull that aggro. You started to use it. Come on.
Chills run down
Okay,
your
we're gonna
spine
have the
as you
opportunity
finally
to
come
re-up
face to
our
face
expeditious
with the
retreat.
dragon that has been
Get
terrorizing
right
Korthos.
over
Even
here.
at rest, it is a truly awesome beast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. do not like this hairstyle
The
at
door
all.
at the rear of the cabin pops open.
I almost dislike it so
Korthos,
much that I'm
attracted
tempted
by
to
the
make
roar
sure that
of
all the
combat,
other ones
rush
have it,
out
just so
to
that I have
confront
to deal with it. Byron, go kill him. Okay, I'll get over here and kill these guys for me. Okay, he'll take care of that guy. Okay.
The ground quavers, and you look down to see a tunnel beneath the ice. The dragon roars as it thunders after Selimas and Jeets and Talbron. The ruse
Yeah,
is
we're doing the important job of getting things done while the dragon's distracted, but also we're not heroic enough to actually get to mess with the dragon in any meaningful way. Okay. So we're going to take a rest
A
at
signal
the
crystal
other
glows
rest
with
location,
power
which
as
is
you engage
over
the
there.
first control
Hopefully it
lever.
won't mess this jump up like
But
it did
where is
last
the
time.
second?
There we go. Let me take the 1 damage there. The reason we're taking the rest here is so that we can get both the feather fall and re-up our health, because I don't want to risk it. Byron, please. Thank you.
You feel fresh frozen air gust in from the newly opened door below.
But yeah, it gives us the opportunity to re-up our feather fall, so we can just fall straight down there without having to worry about the path to take. And it lets us go ahead and get some health just in case, because we're only about halfway through here. Okay. Okay, here's the last major fight. Rage. Yeah, that ice splinter is the other main reason. Take out the ones up here. Okay. Gotta make sure you hit the switches, or they hit the plates. Okay, there we go. That plate's hit. Last plate. There we go. From here
Waves
on,
of
all that matters is
psychic
that we
energy pound into you
break
as
this.
you spot a green crystal on the ledge ahead. At last, this must be the quarry Mind Sunder. The Mind Flayer and Dragon are locked in a contest
Okay.
of wills.
Enjoy your
This
contest of
could
wills
be
where
your chance
Mind
to
Flayer loses.
destroy the Mind Sunder. The Mind
And we
Flayer
are
shrieks
done.
as it loses the Mind Sunder's power. The dragon
It'll end as
reasserts
soon
its
as the
will
quest
and
ends,
looks very
and that'll
annoyed.
put us at 2810, I'll say.
Here, take this pot.
There we go. 2808.
And like magic, the snow
That
stopped.
was a good run.
Save